hmm See, this definition of victim, the question of deciding who it is that should be afforded rights, yeah, and who should not be, was one of the issues that over the years fired debate during consideration of proposals to amend the United States Constitution. Yeah. The amendment proposals of the 108th Congress opted to not include a specific definition of victim, but referred to the rights as those of victims of violent crimes. Yes. Now, just 2 days ago, yes, I explained to you what's known as hate crime legislation. Yes, he did. The bias, the motivated bias, yes, of violent crimes. Phew. Now, when you think of victims of violent crimes, think of victims of bias motivated. You know, it's really something, yes, that no one thinks, yeah, that you could have victimized, yes, myself, ooch, my five sons, yes, and large numbers of other individuals right now, because you just don't want to recognize what the laws say about the issuance of fraudulent court orders, yes, the fraud of making up fake traffic citations, yes, fake criminal complaints where you have right now. I'm really very upset today. I'm having to work with individuals, yes, that seem to think that they own the police car that they drive. Ouch. They seem to think that they own the badge that they're given. Ouch. That it's as if the gun that is issued to them belongs to themselves. Yes, because they refuse to acknowledge who is a victim. Now, you say, well, we're so sorry, Mr. Budnick, but we don't have to enforce the laws. Now, the rights of crime victims, yes. See, I made a little screen print, yes, and I put some ducks next to it. um, there was this thought of me talking to law enforcement, and there's a reason for the last 8 years and 3 months that I don't speak to you. Yes, you're unstable. Bow! You have the inability to think of yourselves as crime victims, crime perpetrators of crime. Yeah, you just can't do it. It's not within your mind. Yes, to consider. Yes, that when you issue a traffic citation on December 31st of 2015, yes, laughing your ass off about how I'm going to be pissed off that you're going to arrest me on the 4th of January. Yes, you never ever thought that you would ever be sued and go to prison for that kind of a thing. Right now! You never thought that. You are incapable of thinking of being prosecuted and sued. Yes, you wear a badge. Right! You have a gun, but you cannot see yourselves as actual perpetrators of crime. It's impossible for you. It is incapable, yes, of seeing yourselves. Now, see these little ducks right here? Yes. The reasonable right to confer with the attorney for the government in the case. Yes. That would be a prosecuting attorney. Yes. These would be federal offenses. Oh. The right to full and timely restitution as provided in law. Yes. That means that I have the right to sue for all of my losses. Yes. Every damage and suffering that I've experienced right now, then I have the right to have my sons represented, so that they have the right to sue you too. Now, the right to be reasonably heard, yes, that's me, the victim, at any public proceeding in the district court, that would be the federal district courts, yes, involving your release, yes, involving your pleas, yes, involving your sentencing, or any parole proceeding, yes. Now, let's say you wanted to make a plea to the judge. Yes. You say, Judge, listen, I was in law enforcement for 25 years. Yes. And as much as I'm sorry about what happened to Mr. Budnick and his family, yeah, I think that I should be released on personal recognizance. Yes, some sort of probation or parole. But I get to say something at each of your pleas. Now, let's say I decided to use some profanity. Could you get me what words are allowable for an individual that's been victimized? Yes, the victim of serious violent crimes. Mhm. What can I say to the judge? Mhm. Because I'll tell a piece of crap right now. If I didn't have the YouTube community standards, I'd tell the police officer exactly what I think of them. Now, I want to know what words are allowable in court. Yes, in every court of this nation, Pooch, because I'm thinking of a large number of profane words, yes, that I would like to give to those that I'm going on to. Now, you can't make a plea in court, yes, without me being reasonably heard at the public hearing. That means that any time